I'm filming down here because I spent too much money at the independent bookshop. So I need to film down here because this bag is heavy. And this bag was free. Because I spent that much money, but we shall not disclose for a man. I went to the Padstow bookseller in Padstow. I went with my boyfriend's mum. I don't know if I've said that, but anyway, bookmarks first. I bought this one because it called my name. It was like, Kitty, come buy me, because it has coins on it which are associated with Japan. And if you know me, you know I Japan. If you know me, you know I like Japan. I literally have a poster of the Great Wave of Kanagawa there. I have a Kyoto poster there, and then I have a Tokyo poster there. And then I think I have something else there, but you can't see it. And then I have all of these paper blanks, bookmarks. I have this one. 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 And then I have this one. Now on to the books. I got this edition of Frankenstein because Frankenstein is my favourite classic. It's a hardcover that's kind of felty. And then it has Frankenstein in reflective gold lettering, and then it has a lightning bolt and houses down there which have reflective windows. This is by Mary Shelley, if you guys don't know. And then on the back it says, beware, for I'm fearless and therefore powerful, and then it has a syringe and scissors. Then I got, let's take that one out. Actually, let's do these two, where is it? These two together. I got Six Crimson Cranes by... Nope, this isn't Six Crimson Cranes. This is Her Radiant Curse by Elizabeth Lim. And then also by Elizabeth Lim I got For Dragon's Promise. Girl Math. These two were the only books on my list, therefore they were free. They wasn't, but Girl Maths. Also, Girl Maths, this one was free because I already have the book and it's just a different copy. I don't know if that's how Girl Maths works, but that's how my maths works. But yeah. For blurb for this one, which is Her Radiant Curse, it's a hardcover. And then for the front cover, if I take it off, it's just plain like cream, and then it says, ooh, the side is nice. Her Radiant Curse. And then this is what it says. Shani was not born a monster, but when her own father offers her in sacrifice to the demon witch, she is forever changed. Cursed with a serpent's face, Shani is the exact opposite of a beautiful sister Mana. The only person in the village who looks at Shani and doesn't see a monster, the only person she loves and trusts. Now 17, Mana is to be married off in a vulgar contest that will enrich the coffers of the village leaders. Only Shani, who's had to rely on her strength and cunning all of these years, in doing so, only Shani, who's had to rely on her strength and cunning all these years, can defend her sister against the callous of her suitors. But in doing so, she becomes the target of his wrath, launching a grisly battle royale across over land and sea, a romance between sworn enemies, and a choice that will strain Shani's hearts to its breaking point. I didn't know it was enemies to lovers! Oh my golly gosh! And then for Dragon's Promise, which is this one, it's so pretty. I actually interviewed this author for 6th one. My claim to fame. A Dragon's Kingdom, a star-crossed love, a cursed pearl with the power to mend the world, or break it. Shiori made a deathbed promise to return the dragon's pearl to its rightful owner, but keeping it will be more dangerous than she ever imagined. Her journey to the kingdom of the dragons is fraught with political intrigue and thieves who covet the pearl for themselves. All the while, Shiori must maintain her appearance as a perfect princess or risk revealing her magic to those who would burn her for it. Meanwhile, the pearl thrums without power, threatening to shatter Shiori's family and sever the thread of fate that binds her to her true love. Can Shiori find the strength to defend the life and love she's fought so hard to win? I'm so excited. I've read one book by Elizabeth Lim, and it was Reflection. Actually, that's a lie, I've read a couple. And those were the ones in the Disney Twisted Tale series. I've definitely read Reflection, and I think she wrote the Snow White one, or the Cinderella one. Whichever ones that she wrote I enjoyed. They have been my favourite. And then I got for A Touch of Darkness trilogy, which is all by Scarlett St. Clair. All I know about this is it's a dark romance starring Hades and Persephone. This is called Let me worship you, he said. His request felt sinful and devious, and she revelled in it. She answered, yes. Persephone is the goddess of spring in title only. Since she was a little girl, flowers have only shriveled at her touch. After moving to New Athens, she hoped to lead an unassuming life disguised as a mortal journalist. All of that changes when she sits down in a forbidden nightclub to play a hand of cards with a hypnotic and mysterious stranger. Why can't I read today? Hades, god of the dead, has built a gambling empire in the mortal world, and his favourite bets are rumoured to be impossible, but nothing has ever intrigued him as much as the goddess offering him a bargain he can't resist. After her encounter with Hades, Persephone finds herself in a contract with the god of the dead, and his terms are impossible. Persephone must create life in the underworld or lose her freedom forever. The bet does more than expose Persephone's failure as a goddess, however. As she struggles to sow the seeds of her freedom, love for the god of the dead grows, a love that is both captivating and forgotten. And then there's also A Touch of Malice and A Touch of Ruin, obviously by Scarlett St. Clair. And then the blurb for... Oh, it's so floppy. The blurb for this book, which is A Touch of Malice, is, I'm not sure who you think I am, she said, but let me be clear, I am Persephone, future queen of the underworld, lady of the fate. May you come to dread my presence. That line makes me so excited. Persephone and Hades are engaged. In retaliation, Demeter summons a snowstorm that cripples New Greece and refuses to lift the blizzard unless her daughter calls off her engagement. But when the Olympians intervene, Persephone finds her future in the hands of ancient gods, and they are divided. Do they allow Persephone to marry Hades and go to war with Demeter, or prohibit their union and take up arms against the god of the dead? Nothing is certain but the promise of war. I don't know why this book gives me vibes of Touch Her You Die. I don't know why. And then this book, A Touch of Ruin, the blurb is, are you saying you wouldn't fight for me? Hades sighed and brushed his finger along her cheek. Darling, I would burn this world for you. Oh my god, I haven't even read it and I'm already getting giddy. Oh my god. I think this is a good sign. Persephone's relationship with Hades has gone public, and the resulting media storm disrupts her normal life and threatens to expose her as the goddess of spring. To add to her troubles, everyone seems eager to warn Persephone away from the god of the dead by exposing his hellish past. Things only get worse when a horrible tragedy leaves Persephone's heart in ruins, and Hades refusing to help. Desperate, she takes matters into her own hands, striking bargains that lead to severe consequences. Faced with crushing loss and a side of Hades she never knew, Persephone wonders if she can truly become Hades' queen. Okay. And then I also got Girl Maths. These ones and these ones were basically free because I think it's the same series, but that one focuses on Persephone and this one focuses on Hades. Don't know which one's first. I'm going to start with A Game of Retribution. Obviously this is by, it just says Hades Saga, and it's also by Scarlett St. Clair. Hades, I am serious. I want to know your greatest weakness, your deepest fear, your most treasured possession. How could she not know the answer to this? You. His voice was low and rough. Me, she said and shook her head. I cannot be all of those things. You are my weakness. Losing you is my greatest fear, and your love is my most treasured possession. Hades, god of the dead, does not take size or bend for rules. He makes no exceptions to those values. Not for god or mortal. Even his lover Persephone, goddess of spring. Usually, fear prevents retaliation, but not this time. When Hera, goddess of woman, approaches Hades with a plan to overthrow Zeus, he declines to offer help. As punishment, Hera sentences Hades to perform a series of labours. Between killing mythical monsters and recovering deadly stolen artifacts, each feat seems more impossible than the last and draws his attention away from Persephone. whose own tragedy has left her questioning whether she can be queen of the underworld. Can Hades maintain the balance he craves? That sounds so sad. Then let's do a game of fate. Take her and I will destroy this world. Take her and I will destroy you. Take her and I will end us all. Literally, touch her, you die. That's this book. And I haven't even read it. Hades, god of the underworld, is known for his inflexible rule. Luxurious nightclubs and impossible bargains. Used to control, he is not prepared to discover the fates have chosen his future wife and queen, Persephone, goddess of spring. Despite her attraction to the god, Persephone, an ambitious journalism student, is determined to expose Hades for his cruel and ruthless ways. She defies him at every turn, even as the chemistry between them ignites. Hades finds himself faced with the impossible, proving his future bride wrong. Regardless of his efforts, there are forces who wish to keep the two apart, and Hades comes to realize he will do anything for his forbidden love, even defy fate. Oh, that's so cute. God's sake, kitty. Then a game of gods. She was beyond anything he had ever imagined for himself. Beautiful and gracious, far too good for the things he had done in his many lifetimes, and yet she remained a steady light at his side, a beacon he could follow through the dark. That sounds so cute. Hades, god of the dead, has finally made Persephone his in every way possible. With their wedding on the horizon, the couple should be ecstatic, but Persephone's disapproving mother Demeter is wreaking havoc on Nebulus by battering New Greece with erratic and violent weather, endangering its people. At the same time, Theseus continues growing his treacherous agenda against the gods, finding new allies as he leads the hate group Triad in an effort to bring all of Olympus to its knees. Despite the threats closing in around him, Hades won't allow anything to stop Persephone from becoming his bride. But if he wants to safeguard their future, he must play a deep, strategic game with God of Olympus. Oh my god, with the gods of Olympus. The only problem is, there's no telling him which of them are on his side. This sounds really good. Yes. Last two books. Then I got Foul Lady's Fortune by Chloe Gong. There was one other Chloe Gong book there, but it was the sequel of her Violent Delights. And if you guys don't know who Chloe Gong is, she is an author that takes the Shakespeare plays like Anthony and Cleopatra and rewrites them and makes them her own. Kind of like what I did with Snow White. I took Snow White, I took some of the things that make sense Snow White, like the main things. And then I wrote my book for Princess and Her Guard, which is coming out in a week. The day I'm filming this, which is scary. Pardon me. The blurb for this book is Assassin, Immortal Spy. 1931 Shanghai. Ever since Rosalind Lang was saved from the brink of death, she doesn't sleep or age and can heal from any wound. In short, Rosalind cannot die. Despite for redemption from her treacherous past, she works as an assassin for her country. Codename Fortune. But with a series of murders causing unrest, Rosalind's mission pivots. Ordered to infiltrate foreign society and identify the culprits, she must pose as the wife of another spy, Orion Hong, to avoid suspicion. Fake. They do. Oh my god! Although Rosalind finds Orion infuriating, she agrees to work with him for greater good. But Orion has an agenda of his own, and Rosalind has secrets she wants to keep buried. Soon, the two spies will find there is more to this mystery than they ever imagined. This sounds really good. I'm so excited. Well, obviously they sound good because I blooming bought them. And then last book, I literally had to double take. This is also a signed copy. Let me just... Do you know what? That's so I can stay on here for now. I legit thought this was a recipe book I had to double take, and it's called Knife Skills for Beginners, and it's by Orlando Morin, and it's a hardcover. The hardcover is plain black. It looks blue on camera, but it's kind of it's black. And then the blurb is a recipe for disaster. When Chef Paul Delamere takes a job teaching at an exclusive residential cookery school in Belgravia, the only thing he expects his students to murder is his taste buds. But on the first night, the unthinkable happens. Someone turns up dead. The school rests on a knife's edge. The police are convinced Paul is the culprit. After all, he's good with a blade. Was first on the scene, and everyone knows it doesn't take much to push a chef over the edge. To prove his innocence, he must find the killer. Could it be one of his students or the owner of the school, a woman with secrets and a murky past? It all boils down to murder. Paul can't solve the mystery first, as well as teach his students how to make a perfect hollandaise sauce. He'll be next to get the job. This sounds amazing. Of all of these books, I'm probably most excited for Dark Romance because, thanks to Her Soul to Take, I think I am now a dark romance girly, but most of the books I own are not dark romance. So fun. And now I gotta put these on the shelf and do rearranging. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Hopefully this one will be coming up tomorrow, like based on the day I'm filming it, because I'm filming it on a Tuesday and normally my videos come out on Wednesday. Hopefully, if not, it'll be coming up next week. And then, because I'm still reading The Cruel Prince, which is a series I'm doing for a video, but I'm now in a reader slump. But yeah, I'm so excited.